Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to give you a full review on the Iwata Studio Series Smart Jet Plus compressor. We're going to be looking at the Iwata compressor, but before we move on to that compressor, if you're looking for a compressor, I can give you a little bit of info on compressors. I've owned two silent compressors in the past when I first started. I'll put a picture up now. That's the first compressor that I had. It was an Aztec compressor. It was second hand at the time, fully refurbished. That compressor, when I first started out, as you know, when you first start airbrushing, you get really into it, you've got the passion for it, and you are blasting out the hours. And this little thing was running consistently, hour after hour after hour. I painted a full car with it, my first car, so the whole car was airbrushed, and I ended up burning that one out. So then I got a second-hand one. I had a job come up in the showroom to do a piece of wall art. So I picked up this second-hand compressor, similar to the Aztec. It was like a white box, and that lasted a couple of jobs, and then that one packed up. So then I didn't bother with an airbrush compressor, a little small one. Didn't sort of go down the mobile route. Built the studio and wanted a big compressor so I could start getting onto the bigger guns, clear coating my own work and things like that. So I picked up I think it was about a £340, 100 litre, 3 HP compressor. Got that done me for probably 5 years, and then that started knocking and it sounded like a bomb waiting to go off. So I got rid of that one, and now I've moved on to this one that you've got in the bottom of the screen now. This is the Wolf Dakota. It's a 150 litre, 14 CFM compressor. So I picked that one up, and that's the one I use now, and it works great for the big spray guns. If I'm airbrushing in this studio, I can just fire the tank up, full tank of air, turn the compressor off, and I can just airbrush in here all day on a full tank, and it'll last me the day if I'm doing some work. So it's a great bit of kit. So I'd recommend, if you've got room wherever you're working, unless you want to go down the mobile route, I'd go for the biggest compressor you can, where you can fire it up. I've got mine in a cabinet outside, and I've lined it all in Celotex. It's got air vents inside, so it keeps the noise down because they're quite noisy. If you can go for a big compressor, I'd go for one. If you're going for mobile, I can't give you a full array of airbrush compressors. There's ones like that. I've heard that the Bambi ones are really good. The little pancake ones, they're quite expensive. There are a lot out there. So jump on YouTube and search through your reviews on compressors. I'll give you a review on this one that I've picked up. I got this with the Eclipse off Facebook sales. It's in mint condition. I've used this a couple of times now, and it works great. I'll leave you a link in the description on like a data spec sheet on it, so it'll give you the full ins and outs of it. I can give you a little guide round, show you what the bits are, and then what we'll do is we'll hook the airline up and we'll put a couple of airbrushes through it, and you'll see how it performs. It might sound a bit noisier in here because we've got flat walls. The noise will be bouncing off this studio because it's quite echoey in here. But if you was to have this in your house under a table, you get a little bit more soft furnishings in your house, so your noise decibel, it wouldn't be so loud because it's hitting soft furnishings and the sound is not going to bounce. So I'll see you in the next step. We'll get this thing fired up and we'll chuck some paint through it onto this panel here. Right guys, I've got the airline connected up. You get an airline that you can use as a skipping rope with these. It's absolutely massive, but it's the braided Iwata one, which is really nice. We've got the compressor fired up. I'm running this, you can adjust your air pressure on here. So I'm running this about 20 22, 23 psi. You'll hear this kicking in and out. I don't know how loud it's going to be on camera, but you'll hear it kicking out. So we've got the air. If I keep the air on, you'll hear it kicking. And it's an on-off kicking. There you go. And then that's back up to pressure. I think it goes up to 60 psi, and then when it drops to 40 it kicks in. It says run it for 40 minutes continuous and then leave it 10 to 15, let the motor cool down, and then do another 40 minutes and just keep doing that. So I'll do your little spray test on this, and this is at, you can hear it kicking in. So I'm just running this how you would be airbrushing if you're painting. That's the sort of noise you'll get, guys, with it. But as I say, because you're in this studio, it'll be louder, and we're on a table, so it's like sound bouncing off that, it's bouncing off the walls, so it may sound louder in here. But it works fine at that pressure, and then you can dial in. I've got the PS270 on this. So another little review on that. This is a cracking brush. So if you're looking for a perfect combo, one of these, if you can put up with that bit of noise, it would be less if it was down low. But that seems to work great. As I say, you've got your regulator on the top there for your air, so you can take it up, take it down. This is your air tank, which is the handle. They're not heavy, so if you need to carry it around, you use that as a handle. I've mounted that on there, so I've got it on wheels. You've got a release valve at the bottom, so if you get any moisture and want to drain that bit of tubular there where the air is, you can drain that out. You get a little airbrush stand on it, so you can mount your airbrush. Yeah, it's a good little bit of kit, guys. I think these come out at about 305 for these. I've done 2 jobs with it so far. Not massive jobs. I had to paint the backs of 4 chairs and put poppies on them. So I was airbrushing with the 270, dropping the poppies on the backs of these chairs, and then I just had to clear coat a piece which was like sort of that size, like the back of a chair, sort of like that. And that was absolutely fine. I must have worked it for probably 2 hours, and then felt that it was warm. The actual motor was warm, but it was absolutely fine, and it performed great. So it works. It'll do you. I mean, I'll do another review on this a year down the line and see what it does. But you can airbrush for a bit and it will kick in, kick out, kick in, kick out. So as you can see, it's not that bad. I mean, with the length of that hose, you could have that in another room, and you could put this hose downstairs and you could have that upstairs, because these hoses are huge, absolutely huge on these things. So yeah, that could be in another room or in a box somewhere. Make a little cabinet for it and you'd be perfect. But yeah, it delivers the air nice, even when you're full chat like that and that's kicking in and out, it's not dropping. As you'll see, that's still pushing that paint out, and again, it's really precise on that gauge. It's really precise. So what I do is I hook the PS290 up. This takes a bit more air, so what we'll do is we'll crank this up to 30 psi. And you can hear that, and we'll just work this. You'll hear that kick in, and this won't drop. It'll keep that pressure going. So if you were clear coating, I mean, that is hammering that paint down, as you can see there. and that's emptied that. But the compressor kept up with it. It's not like I'm spraying and then it's fluttering, it's dropping the air, it's continuous. So cracking little compressor, guys. Be perfect for small stuff. I mean, this thing, as you've just seen it, it hammers the paint down. I'm thinking, when I've done the review on this, I think this was a bit dirty. I've given this a good clean out because that's got an even better fang pattern on today's video, because that is just hammering it down. So for little smart repairs, if you're doing a little smart touch-up repair or things like that, that'd be perfect. I think be perfect. Not for a big full wing, for just doing some little DIY touch-ups on, say, an alloy or something like that. Cracking little bit of kit. Mount it to the back of one of them. I think I paid £50 for that, £56 on eBay, and then just mounted the compressor to the back. And both items aren't heavy, so you can just lift it up off that carry handle, chuck it in your car, and you're good to go. So that's my review on the Iwata compressor. That's basically all I can say about it. Is you've heard it running. You can change your PSI here. I was running the PS270 at about 22, and I was running the Griot's PS290 at 30 PSI, and that thing, not a problem at all. It easily performed. It hammers that paint down, as you can see, the PS290. Cracking brush, both brushes, cracking brushes. These would be the two brushes that I'd take out mobile, and I would take the Iwata HP BCS as well. So you'd have three good brushes there as a mobile unit. Drop all your paints in there, you've got your compressor, and you'd be good to go. You'd have no worries, and you have a bit of, it's a good brand. Iwata's a great brand. So yeah, you've got a bit of trust in it, unlike some of these like little cheap eBay ones that you fire them up and they're just, you know, you get what you pay for. That's £305 compressor. So, and it's got a brand behind it. It's a good brand, so you know it's going to work. So that's my review, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, like, share, and hit that subscribe, guys. It is working and helping the channel out. I want this channel to grow so I can get more reviews for you guys, get these numbers up. So yeah, I will see you in the next review, which will be a little treat in here. We've got a, just put that down, we've got a portable, because I wanted to do a portable workstation. I picked up, as a backup, I picked up a portable airbrush. Now, I did do a review on this, but loads of trouble with YouTube, copyright stuff, and I had to pull the video. So, after this review, I'm going to do your review on this, because I think these are pretty cool little bits of kit. And I got this to go with that, so when I'm mobile, if that packed up, say, on a job, I can open the drawer up and probably finish the piece of artwork that I needed to do with this. And I think these work really well. And you can, I've yet to do it, I'll do a little video on this. I'm going to do it so I can adapt one of my airbrushes, because I've seen a video where you can adapt your own airbrush to go on the top. So I could drop the custom micron on it, I could drop the PS270 on it, and then you've got a little cracking portable airbrush with a compressor on it with your favourite brush on it. I mean, this brush isn't bad. I'll save it for the review. So that's what's coming up next, guys, so stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one.